Imagine waking up one morning and stepping outside, only to find that everything is covered in sleek, dark blue solar panels. The roads? Panels. The grass? Panels. The ocean? Somehow, still panels. Congratulations! We've just turned the entire planet into one giant solar farm. But now, you might be wondering, is this actually a good idea? Would it solve all our energy problems forever? Or would we accidentally doom ourselves in some unexpected and horrifying way? Well, let's find out. To understand if this is even worth considering, we need to ask, how much energy does the Earth actually get from the sun? Every second, the sun bathes our planet in 174,000 terawatts of solar energy. To put that into perspective, the entire human civilization, every factory, home, car, and light bulb, currently runs on about 20 terawatts of power. So, if we could somehow capture all the sunlight hitting Earth, we'd have about 8,700 times more energy than we need. That's more than enough to power every city, every vehicle, and every ridiculous gaming PC running at ultra settings forever. But of course, we wouldn't capture all of it. Even the best solar panels today are only about 20% efficient, meaning we'd only get about 1,700 times more energy than we need. Still way more than enough. In fact, we wouldn't even need to cover the whole planet. Right now, humanity could meet all its energy needs using solar panels covering just a fraction of the Sahara Desert. But hey, this is a thought experiment. We're going all in. So what happens if we cover literally everything in solar panels? The biggest upside? We've just ended the energy crisis forever. No more fossil fuels. No more climate change. No more ridiculous electricity bills. Your phone never runs out of battery. Your car never needs gas. Your house? Basically free heating and cooling. And the best part? No pollution. Right now, power plants burn about 8 billion tons of coal and gas every year, dumping insane amounts of carbon dioxide into the air. But with Earth covered in solar panels, we could shut them all down. The air would clear up. The planet would cool down. Even the ozone layer might start healing. Basically, we've just pulled off the ultimate eco-friendly upgrade. But, there's a slight problem. So yeah, there's a catch. By covering the entire surface of the Earth in solar panels, we've just completely destroyed every ecosystem on the planet. Why? Because nothing can live on solar panels. Grass? Dead. Trees? Gone. The entire Amazon rainforest? A distant memory. Animals? They have nowhere to go. A tiger can't exactly stalk its prey on a glassy, metal-coated surface. Birds can't make nests. Even humans would have to build special raised platforms just to walk around. Okay, so maybe we leave a few places uncovered, like forests, national parks, and cities. Problem solved, right? Not exactly, because we just made an even bigger mistake. You see, the Earth is really good at regulating temperature. Most of the sunlight that hits the surface gets absorbed and later released as infrared radiation, keeping the climate relatively stable. But solar panels? They don't reflect or release as much heat. Instead, they absorb energy and trap it, kind of like asphalt on a hot day. If we cover the entire planet in these heat-absorbing panels, the world would start warming up fast. And this isn't just a minor inconvenience. It could be catastrophic. Right now, global warming is caused by just a few extra degrees of temperature rise. If solar panels trap even a little bit more heat, it could accelerate climate change instead of stopping it. In fact, studies have shown that large-scale solar farms already create localized warming effects. Expanding that to the entire Earth, we might just cook ourselves faster than fossil fuels ever did. Oh, and speaking of heat, remember how we said everything is covered in solar panels? That includes the oceans, which means, no more evaporation. Normally, the ocean absorbs heat, causing water to rise into the atmosphere, forming clouds and eventually rain. But if we block the ocean with solar panels, this whole process stops. No evaporation means no clouds, which in turn means no rain. And no rain? Yeah. Say goodbye to fresh water. Rivers dry up. Crops die. Deserts expand. So, instead of saving the planet, we've actually turned it into a giant, sun-scorched wasteland. Oops. Alright, let's dial this back a bit. Maybe covering everything isn't such a great idea. But what if we just optimized our approach? Instead of blanketing the Earth, we could strategically place solar farms in areas with low environmental impact, like deserts, rooftops, and even floating panels on the ocean. In fact, scientists are already working on this. Giant solar farms in the Sahara could generate enough energy to power the world without destroying ecosystems. Space-based solar panels could collect sunlight 24/7 and beam power down to Earth via microwaves. And if we combine solar with other renewables like wind and hydroelectric power, we'd have a perfect energy mix. One that's sustainable, efficient, and doesn't accidentally kill all life on Earth. Well, covering the entire planet? Absolutely not. But using more solar energy smartly? 100% yes. Right now, the world still relies on fossil fuels for most of its power, but with better solar technology and smarter placement, we could transition to a clean, renewable energy future without turning Earth into a giant toaster oven. So, while covering the entire Earth in solar panels is a terrible idea, using a lot more solar power is probably one of the best things we can do. Now, we just have to figure out where to put all those panels without breaking the planet in the process. If you enjoyed this wild thought experiment, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into absurd science. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.